Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Sunday morning of the new year, and so many things are happening. With us today is Andriana Vamvakas, and she is the president of Andromeda, and she's a former executive at Red Apple, and also worked for the Department of Labor for 34 years. Well, when she got a new job, she found out there's insurance fraud. How do you say it? I'm shocked. A lot of accidents are staged in the construction industry. Andriana, why don't you tell us about it?
Thank you, John. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I hope it's a great new year for all of us.
Yep, we certainly do. I don't know what to say, John. You know, frauds are exploding across the country. Millions in some places, billions in others. In Minnesota, it's $9 billion in fraud. We're seeing up to that. In the HUD, there's a rental assistance scam, and that is nearly $5 billion. Here in New York, what are we seeing? We're seeing a fraudemic that's hitting construction and insurance fraud. So I spent 34 years, as you said, in the federal government investigating major fraud. I'm the retired Northeastern Regional Director for the Department of Labor, and in the last 2 years, I've been focused on this fraud and this work. So I've handled cases in the millions, but This fraud is in the billions. Yeah.
Oh, tell us, what actually happens in the construction industry?
So I just want to say, everyone is a victim of this crime. Even the president himself is a victim of this fraud. There's 2 alleged fake lawsuits that are filed in the Trump properties where our clients were performing work. And those have people that staged accidents. So what we're doing here, we're actually paying legitimate claims. But there's claims that are not legitimate. And what we saw since the pandemic, and actually after the opening of the southern border, the staged accidents and fake injury claims skyrocketed. So there's people that have questionable Social Security numbers, and their addresses are mainly in South Queens, and they're showing up in construction accident claims. So about 2/3 of the people and the cases that are fraudulent, these people are using fake identification documents. So,
and the judges, when you tell the judges being cooperative to get the right answers.
Our defense counsels are having a hard time filing counterclaims and even asking for IDs of people that have 3 to 4 Social Security numbers. The judges are really not giving them the opportunity to argue their case. There's a lot of defense lawyers that are complaining that they're being sanctioned by judges for even asking for the identity of some people. And there's a lot of examples of that.
How do you survive in business? We expect to get legitimate our judges to be to have truth, justice in the American way.
That's right, and it seems that the judges are, and the system, the way it's become at this point in time, is biased towards the plaintiff and the trial lawyers. So the BTA. The Building Trades Employer Association reported that the building insurance premiums in New York are 10%. And some reports go up to 14%. And if you compare this to New Jersey, they're at 2 to 3%. So it's very difficult to build here in New York, and it's very difficult for the honest contractors, and the taxpayers are the ultimately paying the price. So when Zoran Mandani comes into office, and he's talking about affordable housing, one thing that he really needs to concentrate on, that rents are high because of the high insurance costs. And this fraudemic is contributing to this high rent and high real estate and high prices in New York as a whole.
Now, are you suing in the federal courts or state courts or city courts?
Well, we have filed multiple federal RICO lawsuits in Eastern District, and we're targeting law firms, organized networks, and runners. This is an entire racket. The suits have a chilling effect. People are thinking twice about filing cases that are false. It seems that since we've done these actions, we saw 300 fake cases by large personal injury law firms that have been dropped. And we saw a decrease in the amount of cases that have been filed. Since I've been working on this in the past 2 years, I can say that in our organization, there's been a real decline in these lawsuits that have been filed.
Well, Andriana Vamvakas will have you back on again maybe in 30 or 60 days and you give us an update of what the heck is going on.
And I want to say that there's, efforts in Albany to pass legislation to make staging and construction acts incidents for the purposes of insurance fraud a felony, and also through the efforts of Congressman Nick Langworthy and John Faso on the infrastructure bill. There's federal efforts underway to fix the scaffold law and provide a fair, comparatively good negligence for infrastructure projects. So we want to make sure that we try to support these things and to get some justice in the system.
Well, thank you so much, and have a happy New Year, and we'll talk again real soon.
And thank you, sir, for saving New York.
Every week, the Payne family cuts straight to the real financial story.
The one question, Bob, everyone's asking is, are we in an artificial intelligence bubble? You've been through boom and bust. What do you think?
No hype, no myths. Just what actually matters to your money.
Does feel very similar to what we experienced in the 90s. Where are we, though? Are we in 1995, 1997, 1999?
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.